Hello and welcome to Cheek's Wheel Ride. I'm Will Cheek. Today I'm riding the Arkansas section of the Trans-America Trail. And my goal is to sort of give an Arkansas local perspective, an Arkansans perspective of the Trans-America Trail. To sort of give some local knowledge and let you travel like a local when you come through here. Know what to do, what to see, where not to go, that sort of thing. Could basically break down the Arkansas Trans-America Trail into two segments. You got your Mississippi River Delta area, your Ozark Plateau area. And if you want to get a little better idea what that is, take a look at a topographic map and it'll make it pretty dang clear for you. Basically, your Mississippi Delta is very flat, lots of farmland. Your Ozark Plateau is mountainous, very wooded, lots of Ozark National Forest. It's probably going to feel more like what you came through in North Carolina if you did that section of the Trans-America Trail. But my day started off really weird. I went to see the Delta Cultural Center, which what I recommend if you have like a day you need a rest day, or maybe your day you're waiting out some weather. Take it in Helena, Arkansas. Go check out the Delta Center. Cultural Center. If you're at all interested in Civil War history or the abolishment of slavery, Emancipation Proclamation, Underground Railroad, that sort of thing. If you're interested at all in the origins of blues music, origins of country music, gospel music, a lot of that history in Helena, Arkansas, and you can learn about it at the Delta Cultural Center. And also, they have some other places like Freedom Park. Went there too. But I got to Delta Cultural Center. First of all, it wasn't supposed to rain today. And I've ridden in rain all day. It rained on me about 2 hours heading into... I'm just trying to get to Helena, West Helena. So I was ticked off and wet when I got there. Anyway, I got to Delta Cultural Center and it was closed. Closed for the day. Luckily, real nice fella by the name of Cliff who works there. He saw me trying to get in and he let me in. Why he was there when they were closed, I'm not real sure, but he was there. Really nice guy. Gave me a lot of really good information about the area. So I recommend stopping and seeing that. Some cool art exhibits. You know, if you're trying to wait out some weather, gives you a thing to go check out and read and learn about. And then I went and got some lunch, and as soon as I walk in, old man who's sitting there eating, he says, "You riding the trail?" I was like, "Yes, sir, I am. I'm riding the Arkansas section of Trans-America Trail today." He's like, "Oh, yeah." And I thought this was going to be one of those interactions that you have at gas stations primarily, but sometimes restaurants where some guy comes up and he's like, "Yeah, I had a 1982 KLR 350. I rode that thing to Tennessee and back. Thing would do 400 miles an hour. Whatever you say." Yeah, man. I thought it was going to be one of those things. And then he started telling me about, he's done the Trans-America Trail on a 1290 KTM. He did it out to Utah on a whim one time. He just decided one day he was going because some other tat riders came through. And he got to Utah before he decided, you know what, I think I'll go home now. Just like Forrest Gump. And then he did it again all the way to Port Orford. And the more he talked, the more impressed I was with him and his adventures and his stories. Hope you can run into Percy. And where you can hope to run into Percy is his campground. He owns an RV campground. And he says it's open for free for Trans-America Trail riders. He's got cabins too. You're probably not going to get a cabin free, but Trans-America Trail riders can get a free campsite. And go talk to Pat. Go talk to Pat Kelly. He's got a bunch of cool stuff. So that was just a wild thing for me, because normally when I meet strangers when I'm riding my bike, it's at most a short conversation and then I'm hitting the road. Normally my focus is just ride. But this guy sucked me in and it was awesome. It was worth it. That was one of the reasons why it was a weird day. Because it pushed me back. I didn't even leave Helena, the start of the Arkansas portion, until like after 2 p.m. So Then you have to stop at the Tat Stop. Don't get that confused with Tat Shack. That's different. That's down the road. The Tat Stop is just a stop where there's a building and an old man named Percy Cale. He's an old retired farmer. All he does is he sits in that building full of junk. His words, not mine. Place you got.
Look at my junk. I got a bunch of pictures.
He just wants somebody to talk to. He wants you to sign his little book and have a little chat with him. So I did that, and that's Percy Cale. Percy warned me about the muddy section ahead.
Shit, there's a place up here gonna be muddy as hell about 10, 12 miles from here.
Oh, really? And I thought, yeah, how bad could it be?
It ain't about that deep, but it's 3 miles of it. And it's
yeah.
slick as out, shit.
It's not like there's any muddy hill climbs around because it's all flat farmland. So I went and checked it out, and he was right. I made it about 3 feet, and I turned around. I said, nope, nope, nope.
It's slick as out, shit.
I hate riding in mud, especially this type of mud. For obvious reasons, I don't like doing it on an adventure bike, but I don't like doing it on anything. But it's especially bad on an adventure bike, not just because of the heavy weight you're trying to balance going slow and slippery terrain, but if you've got a low fender, and if your low fender packs with mud, it can legit stop your front wheel from turning. It's happened to me. It happens worse on my Africa Twin I had, but it's happened on this too. At that point, two things have happened. Either your front fender just breaks off, or you have to pull it off and scrape the mud out with a stick or something to be able to keep going. That's the really sticky mud, and I could tell this is going to be that real quick. So I boarded. Percy had told me how to go around it, so I did. I went around it, and I don't think anybody's going to take your man card away for doing it, going around the mud, but I recommend it. So if you're going through the Arkansas Delta, it's a great area to just burn some miles. And you know what I mean by burn some miles. Get some miles done that day. Put it behind you. The only problems you're going to run into if it's been raining a lot and there's mud, you might run into mud, you might run into flooded roads that are closed. Come on, bro, just go. Lights green. Don't come back now. Jeez Louise. Traffic around here. You might run into a gated area like I did and had to reroute around. But the scenery is not all that great unless you just really love farmland. The riding is not all that dynamic because everything's flat and most everything is just dirt. When you get into the Ozark area, which is where I am now, I'm just getting into the Ozark Plateau here. I'm northwest of BB. These get a lot more dynamic, things get a lot more rugged, these get a lot more fun, a lot more curvy, a lot more elevation change. Scenery gets a whole lot better. It's not scenery like Colorado scenery, okay, but it's going to be scenery sort of similar to what you might get in North Carolina. This whole area is sort of similar to what you might get in Appalachia.